welcome to Malivoire Wine Company in Beamsville, on the Beamsville bench here in Niagara. My name is Shiraz Mottiar. I'm the winemaker here, and we're standing right in the middle of the winery, which is in an old Quonset hut that was then extended down the slope of a hill. So essentially the winery was built into the side of the hill to utilize gravity in the winemaking process, so that we don't have to use pumps so much, especially during the beginning of winemaking when we're crushing the grapes and then getting it into press. We do all those steps by starting at the top of the winery, bringing the grapes in, crushing them up there, moving down to the next level where we'll do our red fermentations here, and then again by gravity we'll go into the press. And we'll press on this level here. So what is very unique about the Malivoire is that we have our press right in the middle of the process, as opposed to having it in a static position in a crush pad. So it's very much part of the process, and then from the press we'll drain that juice down again by gravity into barrel for aging or fermentation. Then when the process is finished there, we empty the barrels, drive it back up to the top, and then do the settling and the racking again by gravity to try and minimize the amount of pumps that we use, because the less you work the juice or the wine, the more you're going to preserve the pureness of the fruit. And you know, my job is to not screw up what happened in the vineyard, because the wine is made in the vineyard. Once it comes here, I do my best not to impart any negative impact. So pumps can add oxygen. They can, if you got skins, they can extract bitterness and tannins. Once you get to that level, you end up having to fine the juice or the wine afterwards. Every time you do a fining, you're going to lose a little bit more of the character of the wine. So the more gentle we are through the process by not using pumps and utilizing gravity, the less we have to do the wine at the other end, so that we get a more complex, full, rich, intense, fruity, pure wine.
And is it just an expense reason that other wineries haven't copied the process?
Yeah, I mean, unless you have a hillside, or it's hard to implement into a winery. On a very small scale, it's quite easy. If your tanks are very small and you can pick them up with a forklift, you can pretty much do all your jobs by gravity. There are wineries that have installed elaborate elevators, which is pretty costly, as is, say, building up or building down so that you have multiple levels. So I think we just got lucky. It was just sort of one of those serendipity moments where there was a utility Quonset at the top of the hill, and this was sort of like the worst part of the vineyard to actually plant grapes. So it became the spot for the winery, and with the hill, it all made sense.